Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make these Granny Square coasters. They're really easy to make and they also make a great gift. These coasters are about 4.5 by 4.5 inches. To make this project, you're going to need some weight for yarn. I'm going to be using acrylic, but you can also use cotton yarn. You're also going to need a 5mm hook. So this is pretty much all the materials you're going to need. So we can now get started with the tutorial. So I'm going to be using two colors. You can really use how many colors you want. You can use one, you can use two, you can use three. It's really up to you. I'm going to start with this lighter brown color. So the first thing you're gonna do is grab your yarn and roll it 3 times on your 2 fingers. So 1, 2, and 3. Then grab your hook and put it underneath these 2 loops here and grab the yarn over here. And then you have to chain 4. So yarn over your hook and pull through. That's 1 chain. Yarn over, pull through, 2 chains, 3 and 4. And now you can take off your fingers. And here we have our magic ring. This chain 4 counts as 1 double crochet. We're going to make double crochet clusters. So after we're done chaining, we're going to make 2 more double crochets in the magic ring. So yarn over, insert your hook in the magic ring. Yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to make 1 more. Yarn over, insert your hook in the magic ring. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. So now we're done with our first double crochet cluster. When you're done doing that, you're going to chain 2. So yarn over, pull through 1. Yarn over, pull through 2. So here we have 2 chains. Now that we're done chaining, we're going to make 3 more double crochets to make another cluster. So yarn over, insert your hook, and make a double crochet. So this is 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. When you're done with your cluster, you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. And we're going to repeat this 2 more times. So make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. When you're done making your cluster, you're going to chain 2, 1, 2. So here, as you can see, I have 3 clusters of double crochets, and we have 1 more to make. So make 3 double crochets in the magic ring, 1, 2. And I'm going to start making a 3rd one, but I'm not going to finish it because I want to change colors. So I'm going to yarn over my hook, insert my hook in the magic ring, yarn over, pull through. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2. And I'm going to drop my light brown color. If you don't want to change colors, you can simply just continue with the color you're using. But because I'm changing colors, I'm going to grab my new color. I'm going to put it over my hook and I'm going to finish my double crochet with it. So I'm going to pull through my new color. So now I'm done with my cluster. I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2. And we're now going to close the magic ring. So I'm going to pull some yarn and drop my hook for a second. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to push over these stitches like this. And as you can see, it revealed 2 strings. You have to pull on the back string. So the string right over here. So pull on it. And you're going to see that your magic ring is going to close. But the thing is, now you're left off with this big loop. So the last thing to make sure that your magic ring doesn't open is that you're gonna have to pull on this tail. So pull on the tail very tightly. And now the magic ring is closed. You can take back your hook and put it back on your work. So now we're going to slip stitch in the 4th chain from the beginning. So it's right over here for me. So insert your hook through both loops, just like this, of the 4th chain. Yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook to make a slip stitch. So now we're done with round 1. To start round 2, we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're gonna put 2 double crochets in the top right corner over here. So yarn over, insert your hook in the corner and make a double crochet. So this is my first double crochet. Don't forget that your chain 4 counts as 1 double crochet. And now I'm gonna make my second one. Now that we're done with this cluster, we're gonna go over to the next hole and put another cluster. So we're gonna make 3 double crochets in here. 1, 2, and 3. When you're done with your cluster, you're going to chain 2 and make another cluster of 3 in the same corner. So we're going to insert our hook back again in the same hole and make 3 more double crochets. So here is going to be my first double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. So now we've completed this corner. We're gonna go over to the next one and do the exact same thing. So I'm gonna put 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in the same hole. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to do 3 more double crochets in the same hole. 1, 2, and 3. So now we're done with these 2 corners. Now that that's done, we're gonna go over to the next hole and do the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and then 3 more double crochets in the same hole. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're gonna go ahead and complete our last corner over here. We're gonna put 3 double crochets in the corner here where we first started. So I'm gonna do 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and then I'm going to start making my 3rd double crochet, but I'm not going to finish it because I'm going to change colors again. So here I'm going to pull through the 2 first loops and I'm gonna keep 2 loops on my hook. I'm then going to flip my work a little bit and come grab my first color over here, and once you have it, you can finish off your double crochet with your first color just like this, and then we're gonna chain 2, 1, 2, and then to finish round 2 we're going to slip stitch in the 4th chain. So I'm going to slip stitch in the top here in the 4th chain, through, insert your hook through the 2 loops like this, yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. So now we're done with round 2. To start round 3 we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna make 2 double crochets in the top right corner over here. So I'm gonna make my 2 double crochets in here. Now as you can see, we have created sort of another hole over here where we're also going to put another cluster of 3. So we're gonna go ahead and make a cluster of 3 in this next hole over here. So 1, 2, and 3. Now that we're done doing that, we're gonna go over to the next hole in the corner and we're gonna put 1 cluster, chain 2, and another cluster. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets. So here I'm done with my first cluster. I'm gonna chain 2 because it's a corner and make another cluster in the corner. 1, 2, and 3. So now I'm done with my corner. As you guys can see, I have another hole here. We're gonna repeat the same thing all around. So I'm gonna make one cluster here, then I'm gonna do one cluster, chain 2, one cluster. Then here we have another hole where I'm gonna put a cluster, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go over to the next hole here and make a cluster. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm gonna go over to the corner and make a cluster. 1, 2, 3. Because we're doing a corner, we're gonna chain 2. 1, 2, and make again another cluster in the corner, in the same corner. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so by now I think you get the hang of it. I'm going to continue this and I'll see you guys when I reach the end. I have now reached my last corner. We have one last cluster to make here. So I'm gonna do 2 full double crochets with this color. So 1, 2, and I'm going to start a third double crochet, but I'm not gonna finish it because I'm going to change colors. So I'm gonna yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and I'm gonna keep 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to grab my brown color, well, my darker brown color, sorry, and finish my double crochet with it, and chain 2. 1, 2. I'm now going to slip stitch in my 4th chain to finish the round. Yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. Alright, so now we're done with round 3, and now I'm going to do round 4, which is going to be my last round. And as you can see now on round 4, we now have 2 little holes here in each side. So I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make 2 double crochets in the top right corner because the chain 4 counts as 1 double crochet. I'm now going to go over to the next hole and make a cluster. 1, 2, and 3. Now that I'm done with this cluster, I'm going to go over to the next hole and make another cluster. So now that I'm done doing these 2 clusters, I'm going to go over to the corner and make a cluster, chain 2, and make another cluster. Two, 3. First cluster done, I'm going to chain 2 and make another cluster. 1, 2, and 3. So now we're done with our first corner. You're going to go ahead and repeat these steps all around your granny square. So I'm going to see you guys when I reach the end. Alright, so I'm pretty much all done. I only have one last cluster to make. So I'm going to make my 3 double crochets. Because I'm doing my last round, I'm not going to change colors to close this round. So 2 double crochets and 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to chain 2. And I'm finally going to slip stitch in the top of the 4th chain. So I'm now done doing my slip stitch. I'm going to pull some yarn and I'm going to cut it. If you use another color, you can also cut the other color. And now what's left to do is that we're going to weave in our ends. If you look at your work and you can see little strings like this because we changed colors, I'm going to show you guys what I do to hide these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the sail over the little string. And then I'm going to take my needle and pass it underneath it like this. Just like this. And push it over to the side. So when you turn your work, you don't see the little string. So I'm just going to make a knot and weave in all of my ends. Alright, so I'm now done weaving in all of my ends, and this is the final result. So I hope you guys enjoyed making these granny square coasters. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more crochet tutorials. I hope to see you guys on another video. Take care, bye.